This is 5 on your side at 5. Focused on you.
Tonight, St. Louis is suing the operators of dozens of rental properties. The city says the homes were rented out illegally and have multiple safety code violations. Thanks for joining us. I'm Mike Bush.
And I'm Ann Allred, in for Kelly Jackson tonight. The city says the operators preyed on the homeless, people with mental illnesses and drug addictions. It's now asking renters to come forward. Our Justina Cornell is following the story and joins us in studio. Justina.
Yeah, so the spokesperson for Mayor Tashara Jones calls this an egregious attempt to make money. Nick Dunn explains the city was able to connect the dots on this case through the city's affirmative litigation unit. New attorneys noticed a trend of nuisance properties from numerous calls on problems like shootings and overdoses. The lawsuit was filed yesterday against 17 co-defendants, including Dara Doherty, some of her associates, and other businesses. The lawsuit says this is based on the defendants' operation of 40 illegal properties in South St. Louis City. It says they rented these units out for either $500 or $1,000. Then the lawsuit alleges that Doherty solicits clients at homeless shelters and food banks. According to the lawsuit, these properties lacked or had defective running water, heating, electricity, and working smoke and carbon monoxide detectors. Plus, it says many of these properties have infestations of bed bugs, rodents, and other pests. Now, Dunn tells me they are trying to send a message.
What we're hoping from this is a resolution that not only keeps our neighborhood safe, but also helps the city recoup some of its costs from having to continuously board up. Our goal from these lawsuits is to make our neighborhood safer.
Now, the lawsuit says Doherty has 38 active warrants for her arrest as of September. We have reached out to her, but we have not heard back yet. Now, the city is asking for anyone impacted to come forward and call the Civil Rights Enforcement Agency at 314-622-3301.
A man who was wrongfully convicted of murder is now suing the city of St. Louis and several officers involved in the case. Lamar Johnson was released from prison last year after serving 28 years. No physical evidence tied him to that murder. Johnson accuses police of manipulating a man to falsely testify against him. He wants to be compensated for the nearly 3 decades he spent behind bars. We've reached out to the city and the police department about the suit. We have not heard back.
Tonight, 2 suspects are on the run after an attempted robbery of an Uber driver in Ferguson.
This happened last night on Forestwood Drive. 5 on your side's Diamond Palmer joins us in studio with what the homeowner has to say. Diamond.
Well, Ann and Mike, Joyce Glass and her husband say they're happy to be alive after what happened last night. Ferguson police say once they catch the suspects, they could be facing multiple charges, including property damage.
For more than 2 decades, the Glass family has lived in their quiet Forestwood Drive home. Now they're focused on picking up the pieces.
I'm just thanking the Lord, every minute that we're okay. Yeah. So I really don't, it's crazy, but we're safe.
Tuesday night, Joyce Glass says her family experienced something out of a movie. She says around 9:30, she heard a gunshot and rumbling soon after.
As the seconds went on, the sound got closer and louder and louder and louder. And that's when we realized, and I felt the house shake. And that's when we realized somebody just hit our house.
Turning her living room upside down. Glass says she and her husband rushed to action and learned an Uber driver crashed into their home after people tried to rob him.
You could tell he was nervous and didn't know what to do. So my husband just directed him to have a seat outside because we really didn't know what was going on, and we called 911.
The Ferguson Police Department confirms the Uber driver picked up a male and female passenger. While on Forestwood Drive, a struggle happened and the Uber driver was shot in the hand. He then accidentally hit the gas pedal of his car and crashed into the home of the Glass family. Captain Tim Harris with Ferguson's police department says if caught, the suspects could face multiple charges.
Robbery first degree, armed criminal action, assault first degree, property damage to the homeowner because it was serious damage to the home.
When it comes to what's next for the Glass family, they say there's only one option.
Pick up and keep it moving. That's all. We just have to know that there's nowhere but up from here.
The Glass family says that they're in talks with their insurance company about what they can do next. They expect an estimator to come to survey the damage this week.
Tonight, a young man is still missing after a fire in North St. Louis. The fire happened on Athlone Avenue on Monday. One woman was taken to the hospital. Fire crews tell us the home is completely frozen, making it nearly impossible to search for the missing man. They don't know when they'll be able to get inside.
Now to our weather first forecast, the 40s. How about that? Feeling pretty nice after what we've had this week.
But more bitter cold and light snow are on the way. Let's check in with meteorologist Jim Castillo.
Yeah, it's amazing. We started out at 10 this morning, and then 43 for that high. It's a beautiful sunset, but that 43 was the first time above freezing since last Friday, and the first time above 20 since last Saturday. So you get the idea. It's been really cold. More cold is coming, especially later tomorrow, but it's 40 right now. Humidity at 28%. That really dry air helped that temperature spread be really intense today. We jumped up 33 degrees. The next 12 hours, that temperature stabilizes around 26 at midnight, probably our low. And then we're watching upstream. Some of this moisture, a little bit of light snow or flurries possible in the morning, but a better chance as we get into late tomorrow and tomorrow night. So here's the headlines. Flurries possible in the morning. Another Arctic front arrives, and then that really cold air moves in late tomorrow into the evening, and that's when some light accumulating snow is possible. More on that coming up.
Dozens of water main breaks have kept crews busy this week. Today, Missouri American water crews were out in full force working to get water restored. 5 on your side's Tracy Hinson explains why they're likely fighting a losing battle.
It was warmer today, enough to melt some snow out there, and it might be good weather for you, but it's bad weather for the water company.
I know that we're expecting temperatures to come up quite a bit in the next few days, and that can also create main breaks because what happens is it causes what's known as ground shift, which can cause pipes to break as well.
Settling in the soil when the ground swells and dries with changes in moisture. Missouri American Water has already responded to multiple incidents in the past few days, including a water main break that led to flooding inside a bank in Maplewood. Crews were able to finish repairs there Wednesday afternoon, and they know more repairs are on the way.
So we'll be keeping an eye very close on the situation throughout the week and into next week.
It's counterintuitive, but melting snow could also lead to more main breaks.
Actually, snow acts as a blanket for those pipes underground, so I'm assuming that the snow is going to melt. We're going to see a little bit of a warmer trend, and then it gets cold again, and we won't have that snow to insulate the pipes. So that's when we could see potential increases in water main breaks.
Crews are already busy, too. In St. Louis County, they had 29 water main breaks on Tuesday, and 19 crews were out working breaks before lunchtime today.
The cold weather is also causing pipes in buildings to burst. The lobby at the Embassy Suites in Bridgeton flooded early this morning. We're told the rooms are fine and the hotel is still taking reservations. Our Weather First team keeps the forecast updated online. You can get it sent straight to your phone just by texting weather to 314-425-5355.
Pride St.